Once again, good morning and welcome to our live Indian classes to all our students, youths, and young soldiers of Swami Vivekananda, the future leaders of the country. Today, our topic of discussion is uh, daily practices, Abhyas Yoga. What are these daily practices? Generally, there are five such things which we shall practice daily without fail. That is suggested by Akhil Bharat Vivekananda Yuva Mahamandal, and there is much logic, much science behind such kind of thing, such kind of you can say suggestion of practicing a few things. People in general, those whom we call intellectuals, right, they don't have any kind of regard for such practices. I have heard people, even those who are that committed followers of Swami Vivekananda, uh, just to say that these kind of daily practices or saying this to the students and especially the matured youths, educated intellectuals, to say this is somewhat just awkward and laughable, ludicrous according to them. And why? Because life is much more complicated and we have so many other things to deal with, instead of just repeating these things in all the discussions on character building just by Swami Vivekananda. Now, let us see what are the daily practices which are suggested. The first one is connected with our body, and there is no denying of the fact that keeping our body fit, flexible, and workable. Fit, flexible, and workable is one of the most important factors to do any work, any good work, any great work continuously or for a long period of time. Even we know it that it is not that those who do manual work, the farmers, the daily wages, those who work on building roads and houses, uh, they have to just do a lot of long, strenuous physical work. So their very work itself is a kind of exercise, though it is not completely so, because a particular way of work may develop a particular part or limb or limbs of the body, and make it efficient by overuse or repeated use of the same limbs may just make them stronger. The way we use our right hand in most cases, in all kind of activities, that is why we know it. The kind of works which we can do with our right hand, the same kind of work is not possible with the left hand. Those who are, I think, not lefties, rather those who are natural right, just righties. So, just continuous practice is the reason. And now there are people who can use both the hands equally and can perform all kind of works. What they can do with the right hand, the same thing they can do with the left also. So only a particular physical work cannot give the guarantee that our all parts of that body, all limbs will be equally strong and equally they are useful, and we know it. So that is why that physical fitness is very much essential. So we must do physical exercise every day for at least 15 to 30 minutes, not more than that. 30 minutes is more than sufficient and not beyond that. And generally, the freehand exercises involving the whole, each and every part of the body, maybe starting from our toes to the neck, and even of the eyes also we can do that exercise. So that we must do. We don't have to be bodybuilders, or don't we have to go for six packs, right? To keep your abs under your control. Anyway, we are not going to, most of us, not going to just take part in Mr. India competition. So we don't have to think much about it. Now, and Sri Ramakrishna once advised his one of the major disciples, Swami Abhedananda, who was very fond of doing physical exercise, and I think in that case some other disciples also, that if you give too much attention towards your just body muscles are becoming very muscular, then the mind will become blunt, and you cannot concentrate your mind on finer things or higher ideals of life. I think that after that advice, Abhidananda and others, maybe one of them was Swami Niranjanananda, who was very strong and stout, and they stopped doing it. But everybody was advised to do regular physical exercises, freehand exercise, and stretching our limbs and body, just parts, stretching, bending it, okay, to and fro. And then, along with that, we must keep this in mind, that the control of the mind is also very much essential. That is why that after physical exercise in a day, we must go for practicing concentration of mind daily, twice in the morning and in the evening, for 5 to 7 minutes. It is more than sufficient, because the technique which is advised to follow by Mahamandal is very much scientific, and it is very simple to, it is very simple to, I think here it is very simple, but it is the most difficult yogas of all, isn't it? That fixing your mind on a particular object for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, I guarantee, if someone has done this feat, that he or she can just focus 100%, even 80%, 90% of his mind, even more than 50% of his mind, even more than, I'm just telling, 50% of his mind on a particular object day after day for 5 minutes, at least for 5 minutes. I don't think that they are ordinary human beings. No longer they will remain so. So it is very difficult. It is very difficult, but at the same time very much effective also. A little bit success in focusing our mind on a particular image, particular picture, which gives us inspiration, gives us courage, and all kind of moral strength. The image which will give us, just looking and thinking about the image, offers, if it offers us inspiration, strength of mind, then this a little bit success is also can do or work, can work wonders, right? We knowing our mind is always connected with our five sense organs, and then five organs of action. Now, in that way, if we see that our I think that organ of action also work. Organs of action also work through comments from our brain received by our five sense organs. So these five sense organs are very much crucial in determining the kind of actions we are going to do, kind of thoughts we are going to think according to our existing tendencies which we have developed already. So, controlling our mind and doing this simple practice of just putting an image before us and then looking at that image, that image of any great person or any god, goddess, any holy symbol, whatever religion you belong to, there must be some very holy signs. So, sign which on which you can actually focus your mind upon. यथा दीपो निवातस्थो नेङ्गते सोपमास्मिता योगिनो यच्चित्तस्य जुञ्जते योगमात्मनः, says Lord Sri Krishna in the Gita. Now, where he is saying that a burning lamp, maybe a candle, its flame is always fixed upward. If you try to put it horizontally with the ground, the candle, even then the flame will remain upward. It will change its direction, right? It was on the same line. It was on the same line when the burning candle is put just straight on the ground or on any kind of base. Now, if you just keep it, and on the horizontally with the plane, and even then you will see the flame is going upwards. So this is the way. Whatever may happen to you, whatever distractions may come to you, if you can keep your mind completely connected, attached with that object with which you are trying to just focus or just meditate, you will see this will give you immense strength. Daily twice, I'm just telling, it is much more powerful mind control exercise than anything suggested by just any expert in this field anywhere in the world, in the past or in the present. I can guarantee it. See, five sense organs, just detaching the mind completely, even partially from all sense organs, and just putting their combined of control mind on that particular image means that our energy, mind strength, which is getting divided into five parts, and that is why in multiple ways, by multiple thoughts and actions done haphazardly, then if we can withdraw our mind from all sense organs and focus on a particular image that gives us strength, courage, just like Swami Vivekananda or Lord Krishna or Buddha, so they will give you immense mental strength. It will be multiplied by five what you had earlier. If you can just attain that success, even a little also. So daily mental exercise is really very much good and healthy for us. The third one is prayer for the good of all. The prayer. While doing mental exercise, we should take deep breathing and then we should pray for the good of all. May all live in peace and happiness. May all live in peace and happiness. After witnessing two world wars and killing billions of people, including the civilians, the world leaders are not still quite happy, and they have just you can say organized another that world, that game of war means the purpose is not anything noble. The purpose is very much narrow, self-centric. It is the benefit or maximum gain of one or a couple of countries at the cost of the entire world, leading to that world wars. The third version of that war has already started. The day perhaps when Russia attacked Ukraine, and now America and Israel, they are at war with Iran and its I think that friend countries. Anyway, what is happening? Millions and of people are suffering directly or indirectly. There is a huge increase in the oil prices, and the countries dependent on just oil from that Gulf countries, they are all suffering. And because if the oil price goes up, then all other things will become very much costly, and the common people, the poor people, will suffer greatly because of that, much more than the salaried or those business class people. So anyway, we cannot reach to all suffering people, suffering from various reasons, for diseases, for war. We cannot reach to anyone and everyone. Whoever are available within our reach, and those whoever are suffering, we can definitely go. We must go to them. But to whom we cannot go, we will sincerely do this prayer. The prayer will be so much sincere, as if my very own is suffering, and my parents, maybe my siblings, any of them, they are suffering. So the way how I'm going to pray, or that prayer which we do for my children, for our children when they are giving their exam, we pray that they must do very well in the exam. So we are praying very sincerely. In the same manner, we will pray for the good, for the well-being of all, for peace and progress of the whole world. So this third one is one of the most important daily practices. We must not forget to do it. And when we are saying, may all live in peace and happiness, that we include ourselves also. And when we pray that to God or to whoever is there whom we obey, maybe our just powerful political leaders, or maybe the underworld dons, whoever we are praying, if we pray for my own good, then it will be very much narrow and self-centered. And God is not happy with those who are very much self-centric, because He has to take care the entire His entire children of the world. And if you only pray for yourself, then God has to pay attention to you. Just though it is very much a little bit light-hearted talk, it may appear outwardly, but I am just speaking the mind of God to you. It cannot be otherwise. That He has the entire world to take care of, the entire universe to take care of. And if you just pray to Him, pray to God, Him or her, whatever you can say, for your own well being, for your own family members, then He would first listen to someone who is praying for the entire world, for the good of the whole world, people of the whole world. And He would definitely, if He is there, He would definitely listen to the and answer to the prayer of those who are praying for the good of all, and it will not deprive him or her. So pray intelligently. God is not as much fool as we think him to be. All right, don't do any prayer just seeking any kind of pain or just harm or damage to your worst enemy also. I'm clear. The greatest prayer we can actually just we can actually just tell to our God whom we think we obey, right? The greatest prayer for our enemy will be that he or she may understand his mistakes and become a complete human being, a perfect human being. This prayer for the greatest enemy will be the greatest revenge also, that they become or he becomes a perfect human being, complete human being, and it has a you can say magical effect, because whenever we think that someone is my uh, just strong enemy, and I cannot tolerate him or her. His presence is just like kind of suffocating or nauseating. If it is like that, I am actually radiating a negative wave towards my supposed enemy, and the reaction will be also the same, or in multiple, it may be 10 times more, that the person at which you are actually you are storing all kind of negative ideas, destructive ideas, he or she is also doing it with thousand times intensity, thousand times more intensity. He is throwing you back the bad feelings which you are doing, and this is we generally called waves. They are nowadays interpreting these in terms of beta, alpha, gamma rays. God knows there must be some science behind it, but it is a simple but very effective. I think that experiment, that the moment you are cherishing or nourishing all kind of bad feelings, negative feelings about someone, your very body language, your very presence, even if you are not doing anything or saying anything against that person whom you cannot tolerate, it is creating the same, or maybe, as I have already mentioned, more acute hatred, or just same kind of bitter thoughts, destructive thoughts about you. But if you do the very opposite, if you can worship your enemy as the very God present before you, taking the taste of your power of tolerance, of your ability to see God even in him, and then you are successful, and you will see that you will be returned, and you will be answered in that right direction, in the just right spirit. And this is how we can win even our enemies, that we must pray for the good of all, including our worst enemies. The third one is gone, I hope. There will be no doubt that how much important it is to do that prayer. Wherever you go, to whichever God you bow down your head, the same prayer will always be there with you. May all live in peace and happiness. It's okay. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhaga bhavet. How beautiful are these Sanskrit words are there, right? No one is excluded. All you are just praying for the good of all, for the well-being of all. So, what a better prayer can there be than that? Right? The next theme is study of good books, that among daily practices. This is one of the toughest thing for most of the people of the world, the educated ones, the mediocre ones. They have got good degrees, fine, they have managed it, but after completing their education, their degree education, very few, very, I think, very ignoble percentage of people, they have a habit of daily studying daily. One of the richest person of present day world, it is nowadays it is becoming dangerous to take the name, because everybody, whoever is becoming a billionaire, very successful tycoon, they are found to be in the to be mentioned in the Epstein file, right? So I am not taking that risk of just using or taking their name, but he became a billionaire in his own lifetime, the richest, one of the richest persons in the world in America. When he was asked, what is the secret of your success, that you could become such a rich people within a short period of your time. He said the method is very easy. I can tell it also, but most of you will not believe. If you believe also, you will not do it. And what was the answer? He said, every day I study for 5 hours, for 5 hours without fail, and that is the reason that I could become rich. We can reach externally in terms of money. We can reach and wealth, in terms of money and wealth. We can at the same time become rich with human attributes, with eternal values like honesty, unselfishness, purity, right, and that attitude of service, sacrifice, devotion, in everything, all kind of divine that virtues we shall be gifted with. If we can study with utmost sincerity, utmost attention, and while studying, we can, if we try to learn and try to understand the meaning of each and every word and the main spirit of the entire just entire passages when we are going through, then definitely it will every time add some more meaning to things which already I had known. At the same time, it will add to my knowledge, my wisdom will definitely give us that patience, give us that wisdom, that pure intellect, which can easily discriminate what is temporarily good and what is permanently good, what is good for me and others, what is just immediately good for me but harmful for me and others. That discrimination will grow if we study books regularly, study the biographies of great persons, right? Maybe of Krishna, of Buddha, of Sri Ramachandra, of I think Prophet Muhammad, and then even I think that Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda, Srimad Sarda Devi, APJ Abdul Kalam, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, right? You read them, Sri Chaitanya, no doubt about it. Sri Chaitanya. So you will feel a lot of inspiration. You'll get inspiration, and there is a little negative in them, which is going to impact you negatively, because we feel attracted to the negative aspects of even the very great ones, because the qualities or the hard work which have made them great, it is very difficult to just follow them, practice them. That is why we take a shortcut route, right? And the problems. If a very great person was a smoker, then without just following the path which made him great or her great, we start developing the habit of smoking and try to in that way just somehow or other think us on the same plane with our role models, but this is not the right way. So that thing that just yes, selecting your ideal is very important. Selecting your role model and only reading the life and teachings of those great persons who are all positive, who are all humanitarian in their aspect, who are there to bring out the very divine nature inside you, the divine nature which can embrace the entire world. Nice. So the study is a good habit, and this is that the thing. And so the first one, physical exercise. Third one, second one, that mental exercise or concentration of mind. And then third one, prayer for the good of all. The fourth one, study. And the fifth one, I would suggest is self-analysis, auto-suggestion. Self-evaluation and auto-suggestion every day. It can be done in that way that early in the morning, getting up, you just after praying for the good of all, you just analyze that what are the works you are to do, and then what are the works you are to do for the whole day, and according to their priorities, make a list of them, and then this is the thing. Then you can take the resolve also that you must have to acquire all the good character traits, all the values just which are that eternal values, rather in the language of Swami Ranganathananda ji, that values you have to acquire, and where you are lacking in terms of honesty, in terms of truthfulness, in terms of just making some promises and then keeping them. How much you have been successful? So you should do this analysis, and then do the suggestion also that you have to become good, you have to become great, you have to build your character, you have to serve people, especially the youths of the country, help them build their own character so that they can solve all problems of life by themselves and contribute positively and contribute permanently, or rather with contribute with permanent impact in building a truly developed nation, truly developed world civilization. So this is the fifth one, auto-suggestion and self-evaluation. We must do it. At the end of the day, once again, before going to bed, once again we will do that self-evaluation, that from morning till that time before going to bed, the works which you were supposed to do, which you decided to do, how much of it you could do, how many I think that assignments you took yourself for the day you could complete, and if you have completed, how many of them you have done successfully without any mistake or any kind of imperfection. Now, how many works you have done left incomplete, and if it is incomplete, and you are supposed to do why it happened. And if it has happened, next day you will not repeat the same mistake, because that will become that you can say the baggage of your pending works become heavier if you don't complete it. So at the end of the day, you have to again make it a result that the next day you are not going to repeat the mistake. In terms of your dealing with people, did you have any kind of misunderstanding and just followed by kind of exchange of heated words with anyone? And if it happened, where was there your mistake? Could you interact with the person with that feeling that your each and every word which you are using for him or her, they were directed towards bringing out the divine nature, in help just helping them manifest their divine nature? Or you pointed out to their weaknesses in such a manner that it enraged them, made them angry, and instead of bringing out the very divine, you just tried, or rather, you fueled to the fire of his, you can say, negative aspects, and he became more, you can say, negative, or he developed more negative character traits because of your dealing. You must do this analysis and take result that you must mend your ways. There are people who misbehave, who get very much angry and then express, right, just angrily, all kind of invectives against any person, and especially in such kind of social service, selfless social service activities as done by Mahamandal, because some people are senior, we cannot think that we have the right to always find faults with our juniors and to scold them, to insult them in presence of everyone. And after that, when we saw people around us not taking that kind of insult, that kind of uncontrolled behavior in good spirit, then we would say, okay, that you don't mind because I love you. That is why I could not actually just tolerate that kind of slackness, that kind of just lack of sincerity in you. That is why I had to scold you. But I really love you. But in my whole life, I never exhibited my genuine love when they are really doing any good work. I kept myself away in appreciating them, but I expressed my anger, unleashed my uncontrolled behavior in the form of invectives. And after just I understand that it was actually unacceptable, because I have been advising our juniors to keep their cool, not to behave rudely with others. But when the practical situation comes, I myself cannot control myself. So, in order to just make up the loss, what that image I have just already, you can say, maligned a little bit, my own image, in order to make it up. We use such kind of things. See, don't mind it just whatever I have said, it is for your good because I love you, right? These words have little impact. Anyway, so that self-analysis is very much important part of our daily practices. Now, the last one I will suggest, and it is that to do selfless service to those who are really in need of you. And the most important job or social service you can do is helping the youths build their own character. If one youth become so much powerful as the richest one in the world, like Elon Musk or your Mark Zuckerberg, whoever is there, but at the same time they can become as much philanthropic and just like philanthropic, kind-hearted, and like Vidyasagar, right? Then one youth can serve 1,000 poor distressed people. So the youth is going to be a leader in future. May not be in political field always. There are so many other fields where everywhere we need good leaders, and just making a future leader and putting your whole effort in it, offering the country a truly patriotic, honest citizen, honest leader must be one of the most, or rather, the most important social service which we can do. Fine. So, if we make it our daily routine, then this is going to do wonderful work. And Swami Vivekananda has said that doing such kind of things, which the practices which I have said, if we do it repeatedly, it will become Abhyas Yoga to follow Sri Ramakrishna. And Swami Vivekananda advises that go on doing good, thinking holy thoughts continuously. And that is the only way to suppress base impressions. Never say any man is hopeless, because he only represents a character. He only represents a character, a bundle of habits which can be checked by new and better ones. So that is why he is further saying that character is repeated habits, and repeated habits alone can change character, can reform character. Is it okay? And the last thing which is saying the impact. The chaste brain has tremendous energy and gigantic willpower. The chaste brain, right? That good habits, when you are doing it daily, it is becoming another yoga and Abhyas Yoga, because you are doing under any kind of circumstances these six daily practices which already I have mentioned. It is actually withdrawing your mind, helping you withdraw your mind for all sorts of base distracting thoughts, right? Which you, when you, those distracting thoughts, which actually prompt you to do that kind of actions that simply that is simply wastage of your time and energy and your inner moral strength. So these practices are very much essential, because if the mind gets in that way trained, that it will continuously practice these six things already suggested, then it will gain, right, in strength of mind, in strength of power, that will help you, right, help you to overcome the animal instinct, from which the very wise is also not free, right? But you can feel it, and at the same time, that strength which you gain by doing daily practices will help you that achieving your target through hard work, persistent work, and done intelligent and intelligent. So done intelligently rather. So hard work, continuous work, with patience, these things can be done by a strong and determined mind. And the five daily practices, the Abhyas Yoga of Sri Ramakrishna, other than those major yogas of Rajayoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Bhakti Yogas, this Abhyas Yoga is going to give you tremendous mental strength and energy, which will eventually help you, first of all, suppress your base impressions, and at the same time will provide you the strength to face all challenges, all targets, whatever difficult they may be, successfully. Thank you all once again. Keep joining, all right?